No frost coming tomorrow morning, but we do have some frosty late nights and early mornings coming as this week continues. Meteorologist Nathan Gidley has that info and is here to talk more about our freezing October numbers.
That's right. We are watching Tuesday night for some frost to be possible. Then Wednesday night, it's possible we could see our first freeze of the fall season here in Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio. Remember, frost is a layer of ice that develops in temperatures from 33 degrees to 36 degrees. That usually happens the first 2 weeks of October. Now, we are in the second full week of October, so we're running around average, so maybe slightly later than average in terms of our first frost. To prepare for some of these frosty nights, make sure you protect your sensitive plants. You can cover them up or bring them inside if possible, those plants that are still growing. And you can also run the sprinklers constantly and gently to help ward off the frost. Now, it's been a while since we've had a freezing morning here in Fort Wayne. In fact, 172 days since the last day we saw a temperature at 32 degrees or lower. That was back on April 25th of this year when we dropped down to 31 degrees. Let's look at the climatology, though, for our first freeze of the fall. Our first 32-degree freeze, the earliest we've ever seen it happen in the fall, is September 23rd in these 3 years. Our average, though, is October 15th, so we are around the average when we could see our first freeze of the season. Now, the latest we've ever seen our first freeze is November 24th. That was back in 1931. Let's take it a step further to our 28-degree freeze, or what's classified as a hard freeze. The earliest we've ever seen a hard freeze is October 3rd back in 1974. Average is late in the month, October 29th. And the latest we've ever seen a hard freeze was one day after our latest 32-degree freeze there, which is this one, November 25th, 1931. Let's talk about October freezing nights here with records dating back to 1897. We averaged 4 of them at 32-degree temperatures or lower. Our record is 15 back in 1952. And for your reference, the coldest ever October temperature, what a cold Halloween this was back in 1988, a bone-chilling 19 degrees. Now, for more information and weather stats, you can visit this story on Wayne.com. We'll be tracking these temperatures closely this week. Meteorologist Nathan Gidley, Wayne 15 News.